Buddhism, one of the world's oldest and most profound spiritual traditions, has shaped the lives of millions across the globe for over 2,500 years. But what exactly is Buddhism? How did it originate, and what makes its philosophy so timeless and relevant even today? In this comprehensive journey, we'll explore the rich history, core teachings, and philosophical insights of Buddhism, following its path from ancient India to the modern world. Prepare for an enlightening experience as we uncover the spiritual journey of Siddhartha Gautama, the historical Buddha, and the development of a philosophical system that challenges the deepest questions of human existence. The story of Buddhism begins around the 5th or 6th century BCE in ancient India. Siddhartha Gautama, born into the royal Sakya clan in what is now Nepal, was raised in luxury and sheltered from the world's hardships. According to Buddhist texts, his father, King Suddhodana, kept Siddhartha isolated in a palace to ensure he would follow a political destiny. However, Siddhartha's life took a dramatic turn when he encountered the four sights: an old man, a sick person, a dead body, and a wandering ascetic. These experiences exposed him to the inevitabilities of aging, suffering, and death, universal truths no wealth or power could avoid. Determined to find a way beyond suffering, he abandoned his royal life, his family, and his material possessions. He became a wandering ascetic, seeking spiritual wisdom through meditation, fasting, and self-denial. After years of intense spiritual struggle, he realized that extreme asceticism was not the path to enlightenment. At the age of 35, Siddhartha sat beneath a Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, India, vowing not to rise until he achieved enlightenment. After intense meditation and confrontation with inner temptations, he attained nirvana, or spiritual awakening. He became the Buddha, the enlightened one. From this moment on, he dedicated his life to teaching others the path to liberation from suffering. Buddhism is centered on understanding the nature of suffering and achieving spiritual freedom. The Buddha's teachings are distilled into key philosophical concepts that define Buddhist thought. The Four Noble Truths. Dukkha, the truth of suffering. Suffering is an unavoidable part of life. Everything is transient, and attachment causes pain. Samudaya, the cause of suffering. Desire, craving, and ignorance are the roots of suffering. Nirodha, the cessation of suffering. Liberation from suffering is possible through enlightenment. Magga, the path to the end of suffering. Following the Eightfold Path leads to spiritual liberation. The practical guide to enlightenment includes right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. These ethical, mental, and spiritual disciplines help individuals cultivate wisdom, ethical behavior, and mental clarity. Key philosophical concepts. Anicca, impermanence. Everything is constantly changing. Understanding the impermanence of all things helps one let go of attachment and suffering. Anatta, non-self. There is no eternal, unchanging soul. The self is a temporary collection of physical and mental phenomena shaped by causes and conditions. Karma and rebirth. Actions have consequences not only in this life but also in future lives. Good actions generate positive karma, while negative actions produce suffering in the cycle of samsara, rebirth. Nirvana. The ultimate goal of Buddhism is nirvana, the cessation of desire and liberation from the cycle of rebirth, resulting in lasting peace and spiritual freedom. After the Buddha's death, his followers preserved his teachings, forming the Buddhist Sangha community. Over time, Buddhism spread across India and beyond, evolving into various schools. Theravada, the teaching of the elders. Practiced mainly in Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, and Cambodia, this tradition emphasizes individual enlightenment through disciplined meditation and mindfulness. Mahayana, the great vehicle. Emerging around the 1st century CE, Mahayana Buddhism took root in China, Korea, Japan, and Vietnam. It emphasizes compassion and the role of bodhisattvas, enlightened beings who help others achieve salvation. Vajrayana, the diamond vehicle. Also known as Tibetan Buddhism, Vajrayana incorporates esoteric rituals, mantras, and mystical practices with a strong emphasis on meditation and the guidance of spiritual teachers, lamas. Buddhism has adapted and thrived in modern society, influencing psychology, mindfulness, and meditation practices worldwide. Figures like the Dalai Lama and Thich Nhat Hanh have become global icons of peace and compassion. Buddhism's global influence. Mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness meditation has become a central practice in modern psychology and stress reduction techniques. Ethics and compassion. Buddhist ethics have inspired global movements promoting nonviolence, human rights, and social justice. Buddhism is not just a religion but a profound spiritual philosophy offering timeless wisdom about life, suffering, and inner peace. Its teachings on compassion, mindfulness, and liberation continue to inspire millions across the world. Whether viewed as a way of life, a spiritual journey, or a philosophical system, Buddhism remains one of humanity's greatest intellectual and spiritual legacies. If you enjoyed this journey into the heart of Buddhism, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's great philosophies and spiritual traditions. May you find peace on your own path toward enlightenment.